Alright, what's going on, guys? Trev back again, here to bring you another video. This one's going to be doing another predictions video for the second half of The Walking Dead Season 7, leading into the first half of The Walking Dead Season 8. In this one, I'm going to be doing one of my absolute favorite types of videos to do, and that is giving you guys my thoughts on who I think will be killed off within the next year for The Walking Dead. Alright, man, so spoiler warning if you're not caught up for Walking Dead, but not really spoilers. This is a death predictions type of video. So as such, these are not based on any leaked information. These are not based on any photographs or whatever the hell. And just to say for everyone out there, please be respectful to others. In this video, we're looking to do predictions. We're not looking to just know information from a leak. So these are based on my personal thoughts of who I think is going to survive and who I think won't, based on the television series and news, official news reported about the cast in and around the series and kind of the direction I think they're going with the show. So this does not directly contain spoilers. These are simply predictions on who I think is going to survive and who I think won't within the next year for The Walking Dead. So let's do this in terms of character location, because there are so many characters for The Walking Dead right now. It's absolutely crazy. I mean, the show has just kind of upgraded, and we've seen all these different communities now. We're adding on more communities all the time. We're adding on more characters all the time, and it's getting rather crazy in terms of the roster here. There's just so many different, different characters from different spots here. So we've got separating them up between the survivors of Alexandria. Okay, so that's kind of like our original crew. We've got the Kingdom, right, with Ezekiel, Carolyn Morgan. We've got the Hilltop. Then we've got the Oceanside, and then at the end we'll do the Saviors. So let's start things off with the survivors of Alexandria, our usual group, the ones that matter most, our A-listers, so to speak. So to start things off, of course we've got Rick. We've got Carl, we've got Michonne, which is kind of like the Grimes family, including Judith, I suppose, as well, too. So she's in there too. As far as they go, our prime A-listers in the show, can I see them killing off any of them after the first half we've had with the huge double character death in the Season 7 premiere? No. I mean, I think that Rick, Carl, and Michonne are safe. I would be absolutely flabbergasted if they killed off any of them within even the next year. I think they're all good to go. No issues with any of them. Carl, Rick, Michonne should be fine. I know Chandler Riggs' contract is coming up soon, but no, I don't think Carl's going to be killed off. I think that they're all going to be fine. So those four should be fine. Going next, we have Daryl. Okay, so Daryl, of course, another character that's been through a lot in the last year. He's been shot. He's been kept in a cell, being forced to listen to very annoying music and eat dog food, right? So that sucks for him. But, I feel like he's suffered enough. I feel like he's been through enough that he's once again one of our safer characters in the show. Since he didn't get the Negan death, like a lot of us thought that maybe they would switch it up and remix it and give it to him, because that would have been huge if they would have killed Daryl off. Would have been the biggest kill in The Walking Dead. But no, of course, they kind of go the safe route. They're not going to be killing Daryl off. It looks like Daryl is safe going forward. I can't see them killing him off unless they were doing like some big Season 10 finale or something crazy like that, right? That'd be in a while. So I think Daryl is also very safe. And then we have Enid. So Enid, of course, kind of being a teenage love, relationship prospect for Carl. I mean, for her, I think she'll be fine. I can't see them killing her off. I think it'd be super weird if they did. I mean, just weird to watch as well, too, given her age and everything like that, as it usually is, as it was with Lizzie and Mika, and that kind of traumatizing. I think Enid will be just fine. So I think she's safe, too. Maggie, we'll count her in here, even though she's kind of moving over to the Hilltop now. I think she's also safe, of course, after losing Glenn and everything. Yeah, no worries for Maggie there. That's fine. Okay, now we get into a few that are more questionable. So those are all kind of a lock. I think those are all safe without any issues. Then we have Sasha. So if you guys missed my video, I did do a death prediction video for Sasha. I do think Sasha is going to be one of our main, major deaths, and I do consider her to be an A-lister at this point. Now, some people have argued, they've said, well, Trev, she's not really an A-lister, but you know what? She's been in the series since Season 3. So keep that in mind. She first arrived in Season 3 with Tyrese. So, she's been there for a really long time. If you think of the Green family, that's Season 2. So she didn't arrive that much later than Megan, season and a bit, but yeah, she's been there for a long time, and you can watch that death predictions video if you want in specifics for Sasha. But yeah, I do think Sasha's going to be killed off in the next year. I think it makes a lot of sense, and you can watch that video for more info. She's been cast in a role for Star Trek, and second half of season 7, possibly first half of season 8, but I'm thinking maybe like a finale death would be what they might use Sasha for. She might be kind of like the big one for this second half of season 7 is what I'm thinking. Then we have Tara. So Tara's a questionable one. She's also been in the series for a long time. I'd put her more at like a B-lister level type character right now. I think she's questionable. I'd like to see her, survive on for a while longer. I don't think they're going to kill her off this half. Season 8, maybe, but she's the only character to come from that governor storyline from season 4, in his kind of resurgence to power the new group and everything. So she's a really fun character. She has gotten some more time, so we always have to watch for that. Whenever a character gets more time in the show, it could mean that they could be killed off later on. So kind of tricky. She's kind of a more questionable one for me, but right now I'm going to side towards a no. I don't think Tara's going to be killed off right now. Rosita is another one that I'd put close to Tara and Sasha as well. A lot of people think Rosita will be killed off and not Sasha. And, I guess it makes sense. I could see them do that because she has had a lot of time already. But Negan's kind of let her live so far. He hasn't killed her yet for trying to kill him. So with her, I think she's probably safe. I think she's probably fine. And but I'd still put her kind of a questionable range, but probably not is what I would say for Rosita. Then we got Father Gabriel. So Father Gabriel, I think he's pretty much safe as well too now. He's actually surprisingly become a lot of people's like one of their favorite characters, which is weird. I'd put him at like a B- type of level in terms of a character. He hasn't had too many, character-centric episodes, but he's had some proud moments in the last couple seasons after the stuff with Deanna and Rick and that. So I really like Father Gabriel. Don't think they're going to kill him off anytime soon. Then we've got Aaron. Aaron, I think, is also safe for a while anyway. For him, I think, he's one of those Alexandrians that's still in the series and still prominent. So for him, I think he's probably safe as a result of that. And I don't think they're going to kill Aaron off. Then we got some smaller characters from Alexandria like Tobin. I could definitely see them killing him off this half or first half of season 8. Eric, who's Aaron's boyfriend, could definitely see them killing him off in the next year for sure. Got characters like Heath, who's missing, so I'd say no way because he's not even there to be killed anyway, right? And they're going to need him for a storyline later when they probably introduce the Whisperers. We'll see if that's true and what happens with that. Then we've got Scott. So he's there's some other characters in here too, like Francine and characters like that. But you know what? For sake of this video, we'll keep it to like C-level characters. So for Scott, yeah, I can see them killing him off, but people don't really know enough about him to care about him that much. So probably not this season. Maybe season 8. Who knows? We'll see. So that's it for the Alexandria characters. Now let's go into our Kingdom characters. Starting things off for the Kingdom, we have of course Carolyn Morgan. So with these two, I'm actually wondering for both of these because I don't really know what they're doing. With Carol, I feel like probably not. I feel like she's probably safe now after her near-death experience at the end of season 6. I think she might be a long-term survivor similar to Daryl in that. But then again, we don't know if Melissa McBride, how long she wants to be in the show for and if she's still feeling it or not. It's tough to say with the role they've kind of given her this season and what they've done with her. So she's questionable, but I'm going to say no right now. Morgan. Now that's a good question with Morgan. With Morgan, I actually do think he might be killed off season 8. It might not be this half, but I do think, because he's in a questionable, situation as well. He doesn't really see eye to eye with Rick. He doesn't really seem to belong in the world that he's in right now and be a character that is prepared to enter, all-out war. So with him, I could see him being used maybe for a character death, maybe possibly one that's taken from the comic books at the hands of either a zombie or something of the sort. I do think Morgan could be killed off within the next year or 2 year and a half. I do think so. So him, I'd put it a more likely. He might be one of the more likely ones from the Kingdom. Ezekiel is simply a no because he just got here. So I can't really see them killing Ezekiel off right now since he just arrived, of course, with Shiva. Shiva, they might kill Shiva off in a couple years or something, or next year, we'll see. CG is expensive as well, too, so it's questionable how many Shiva scenes we're going to get anyway. We'll see, but Ezekiel, I think, himself is safe. Then we got Richard. So Richard is the one from the Kingdom that's been kind of pushing forward to fight back against the Saviors. I can see him getting one victory over the Saviors that have been threatening him and the Kingdom directly, but then then I think afterwards he could be killed off before the end of this season. He could be like a season character like Milton or somebody like that. So for him, I do think actually he'll be killed off within the next season or so, unless he becomes a more prominent character in the future, which is also possible. We'll have to see. Then we have Benjamin, who is kind of Morgan's protege, so to speak, that Morgan has taken under his wing, and him as well too. I could also see them killing him off, but I mean, they do need some characters as standouts from the kingdom for point of view and for episodes and things like that. So we'll have to see with him, but I could see that within the next year or so. Jerry's another one as well too, I think, and he's pretty jolly and everything, so he's pretty nice. So I don't think many of us would want to see him be killed off, but as a result of All Out War, maybe next year, season 8, I could see that. Then we'll go to the Hilltop. So to start with our current leader, with Gregory, I'm going to go with a no, of course, for now. We have Dr. Carson, who I'm also going to say is a no because he has to help Maggie with her pregnancy. Jesus is definitely a no because he's one of our standouts from the larger world story arc, so he'll probably be around for a very long time, which is similar to the comics. We have Cal, who's one of our guards there with the spear at the gate. Yeah, I could see them killing Cal off this season for sure during All Out War, definitely. And let's do the saviors. So Negan, no way they're gonna kill Neegs. No way, man. Negan is safe, at least for a long time, I think. So I don't see them remixing anything with him from the comics. His moments are too special. They're too fantastic. I don't see them changing him at all. I think he's going to be pretty much verbatim from the comics, and what we see from him in the comics is what we're going to see. Negan should be fine. Then we have Dwight. So Dwight is really a questionable one. It comes into the discussion we've been going on and off about for the last 2 to 3 years, which is Daryl Dwight? Are they different characters? What are we seeing with this? We'll have to see something with Dwight this half. I think it could go either way. He could either be like a long-term survivor that could last for, another 5, 6, 7 seasons, however long the show goes for, a very long time. Or I could see them killing him off within the next year. I really could, and see Daryl kind of in between or something like that. But it's possible they might keep them both. And, even though they're very similar, just have, two that are pretty similar for that. So we'll see. Right now I'm kind of leaning towards probably not for Dwight, but in the past I have thought before that either him or Daryl is going to make it and the other won't. So we'll see what they do with that. Simon. So very fun character, really funny. Trevor from Grand Theft Auto. Love that. I actually do think him being Negan's right-hand man, I actually do think Simon's going to be killed off within the next year. I don't think Simon is going to survive past the first half of Season 8, or if he does, I'd be very surprised if he survived all the way through Season 8. That said, he is a really funny character, and he's a really great number 2 for Negan. He actually tried out for Negan. He didn't get the part, but they made him a role for Simon. As such, I do think Simon will be killed off. That could be a pretty good death for the season finale for this year, or maybe a mid-season finale for Season 8 or something like that. But I do think Simon will be killed off pretty soon, yeah. Sherry's safe. Arat is also, I think she's a comic book series version of Tara, because Tara spelled backwards is a rat, so I think Rat will be fine. Or Rot, sorry guys. A Rot. I think she'll be fine. And then we have David. So David's the creepy one, right? The creeper who might be a pedo. I'm not sure. He's definitely going to get killed off. I mean, come on. Of course they're going to kill David off. You can see it happening already. Gary, yeah, of course, from the Saviors. Those, bullying the others and that, definitely. Those two are guaranteed to be killed off within the next year, sooner or later, for sure. And we'll just wrap things up real quick with the Oceanside. We had Sydney, who's a new character, or Cindy. I think she'll be fine. I think that that she'll survive for a while. She might have a relationship going with Tara. We'll see what they do with that. Tara also being the point of contact for the Oceanside, so we'll see what they do with it. Maybe something with that, but I think she'll be fine. The others that were there, though, Beatrice and Kathy, that kind of chased down Tara, I could see both of them being killed if Oceanside is to join into All Out War in the next season or so. I could see both of them. Natanya might survive because they need kind of a leader at the Oceanside for a while, probably, and then eventually be killed off later on in a few seasons or something like that. So that's kind of what I'm thinking, for deaths and what we're seeing in the next, season or so. I'm looking at probably Sasha. Then I'm thinking, some Alexandrians, Kingdom, And, you know, there's some savers with Simon probably being the lead death there, a pretty major one there. And maybe Morgan as kind of like a surprise one in the next year or so. I could see them doing that, because otherwise I just don't know what they're going to do with him. So you guys can write your comments below. Who do you think is going to be killed off? Who do you think is going to survive The Walking Dead second half season 7 and first half of season 8? Write your predictions below, guys. I want to see them because it's always fun to predict. And again, this is for fun. Please, people with spoilers, please, duck out of this one, and let us all predict and, have some fun. If you guys like this video as well, the usual thing, please thumb it up below. You can also share. You can favorite. If you're new, you want to subscribe, bottom left to subscribe, and click the bell at the bottom to turn on notifications so you get notifications for my new videos. That's it for this one, guys. Can't wait for the second half of The Walking Dead Season 7. I hope you liked it. Write your predictions below. That's it for this one. See you guys tomorrow. It's Trev saying peace. Later, guys. See you soon. What do you want us to do? I don't know, viewer. How about a subscription? Do you think that might be in order? Or is that too much to ask?